So just as an example, I'm going to use Julie and Chris. All right, so Julie is contributing $10,000 annually over the course of 30 years into her 401k. Chris is doing the same thing, $10,000 annually for 30 years into his 401k. Now let's set them at an average rate of return of 7% on each of their portfolios, okay? Now Julie has a 1% fee in her portfolio, and Chris has about 3% in his portfolio. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I hear 1%, 3%, I'm not really thinking, oh man, that's a big jump. But if you understand the compounding over 30 years and what that can do, I'll tell you right here. So Julie contributes $10,000 every single year for 30 years at a 7% return. Now, she ends up with her 1% fee in there at $778,314 in her retirement. Pretty good, right? Now, Chris, same thing, $10,000 over the course of 30 years with a 3% fee and that annual return of 7%, and he ends up with $511,743. So if you guys see that compound effect over the course of 30 years, the 1% versus the 3% is a massive difference. And I think that a good way to look at this would be to take a look at the $778,314 and the $511,743 and figure out, like in this case, this would be a 10 to 20 year difference in income that they will outlive if they have that 3% fee. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but the average 401k has about 3% in fees that is built in. You might see a 1% annual, but if you dig in there, you will most likely find other fees hidden in your 401k. So there's a ton of different vehicles that you can get in that's going to lower your fee in there. And I would highly suggest just taking a look at your 401k. What we see most of the time is folks will invest in this 401k. You know, they're used to doing that. That's the way everyone else is doing it. Their employer's matching a bit of it. But what they don't understand is with that fee built in there, the hidden fees, it can make a difference of having, 20 extra years to live, but your income is ran out.